What's up, good people? What's up, good people? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Earlier this evening, I did Lionel. Uh, Earlier this evening, I did Lionel. So now, who are we gonna do? Where is my notebook? I think I'm gonna do Panthro today. Yep, Panthro is the next head sketch I'm about to sketch tonight. See how long that take me. I did Lionel, so Lionel is done. So you said Lionel was done 2:20. It's now 11:40, and Panthro is next. That's who we doing next. Panthro. So I'm going to turn this page and take my nice messy cardboard and put it up under here so nothing bleeds through to the next page. And I'm going to try to strap this together so it don't move on me. So there's a big storm going on in New York. So this guy is walking the streets of New York on YouTube, and he's actually streaming it, and it's live. I mean, the snow is coming down, and people in the city are trying to keep the streets kind of clear. So if you're in that part of this of the country of the United States, if you're in New York, you are getting some snow. I am actually in Cleveland, Ohio, and I can actually say it's just cold. We're not getting any snow, but it's cold. In fact, what's the weather right now? 32 degrees here in Cleveland, Ohio. And we're not projected to get any snow today. So, but rain Sunday. Chance of participation, just water. Just water Sunday. So right now, we're just having uh, 32 degrees. Feels like 20. Feels like 20, but we're at 32 degrees. Oh, thank you, Juke. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me back. Um, Let me see. This is what we're doing tonight. I did Lionel earlier this evening. Now I'm going to do Panthro. Panthro is next. Panthro is next. And this is what I call my pencil set of requests. I think you requested something before, didn't you? No, I don't have you in here. Don't have you in here for a request. I thought I did. But if you would like to make a request, you can put it either in the chat or email me at pencils2017@yahoo.com, and I will do your request. Right now, Panthro is the one on tap. So I'm going to use this number 2 pencil because it's lighter. It says number 2, but when I sketch with it, it starts out pretty light. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one. So I'm doing this in my sketchbook. I cut my phone off so it don't run the battery out. Put the battery down it. I wish I could play some good music, but I can't right now. Um, uh, Let me do this right here. Let me go back. Go. That snow's coming down in New York. It look like it's like a wet, heavy snow. And it's sticking. It's sticking. This dude is just walking all downtown New York. It's sticking in there. So I'm gonna start like I always do with my circle about middle of the page. Yeah, I'm drawing real light, so you're not gonna really see too much of this unless I continue to go over my circle. And I'm using the side of my pencil to get in what I need. This is gonna be a frontal picture, a front facing picture, so you actually watching this from beginning to end. I'm gonna split it in half, of course, like I always do. Um, I think for Panthro, his nose is going to be about right there. And his eyes, I'm going to put here. He had those big ears along the side. You know what I'm saying? So, I always put about 5 circles for the spacing of my eye. About 5 eye circles wide for that front view of the face. And his brows are kind of high. So I'm gonna probably top them off about right there somewhere. And so I am known as a messy artist. So you will see me scribbling all over my picture before I actually start drawing a picture. I don't know why my voice is just hesitant at this point, but it could be because I went to sleep earlier. After I got off earlier this evening, I went to watch a little TV and laid my head down for a second. Now I'm back on because this weekend I am free. Don't have much to do. So I'm just trying to draw at this point. All right. So his mouth, I'm going to put it about right here. Okay. I'm going to cut the side of this off for his side of his face down to the jaw. Still using the side of my pencil. I'm not going for details now. I'm just being messy. All right, so I'm getting the foundation down. Now from here, I want probably his shoulders to be here. I'm drawing in his traps. His trap's gonna be here. So his chin will probably be way down here at the bottom of the page. Down here at the bottom of the page. Yeah, so it's just boxing it in. I'm just pretty much boxing it in. Okay. Now for his ears, I probably want to come at the bottom of this line because his ears is like uh, what you call it? Um, they just big. They just huge. Let's put it that way. The ear is just huge. Let's just put it that way. So that's going to be an ear here, and there's going to be an ear here. And these circles are just going to help me with the placement of those ears. All right, so now we got the basic outline or construction of how I want to go with this. And it don't have to be straight, you know what I'm saying? It can be crooked. When I start, normally when I'm penciling a sketch like this, I start out rough, so some of the result. But when I start putting inks on it, that's when I go to being precise, making it line up like it's supposed to, and making the picture more presentable. So I can show you some of those pictures. I have them. Yeah, I do. So in the link, you'll see a link to my coffee page, and that'll show you pictures that I've already drawn and stuff that I have for sale. So normally, let me show you this one here. This like the Sub Zero I did. I think I did this Sub Zero in 23. So it'll always start out like this. And then when I get to this stage, I'm inking and I'm getting more precise, putting in my details and adding little special effects. And this was actually watercolors and alcohol based markers. Then I transferred this picture into a website where I got these printed off in a 6x9 sketch card. And this is a thick card, pretty thick card. And I sell these on my coffee page, which you'll see in the chat. It'll pop up a little later and give you, in about another 20 minutes, it'll pop up. And it's actually that HTTPS, that link in the middle of Kirk's Pencils YouTube and Pencils 2017 email address. If you put that link in your web browser, that meaning this one right here, that one, you can get a copy of this picture. I believe I have it up there. I believe I have it. In fact, let's see if I can go in and show you that. So I have that. I have, this is my famous Miles Morales behind me. That's my board that my poster that I use when I go to sell my art, my Miles Morales, and this was done in 24. Then I'm not too happy with this one. I sent this out to get sketched. This is Deadpool, and I didn't like the way it turned out because the actual drawing in my iPad, when I sent this picture out to be printed, they made the head, they stretched it too much for me. So I don't know if I'm gonna do this as a giveaway, but that's just something I did digitally. I didn't like the way they stretched it. This here is DC versus Marvel. This was a picture I did with some friends of mine on Facebook. I got a private group and we did this one. That's 6x9 sketch card. That's another Miles Morales. This one, I think I did this one in 23. I love the way this one turned out. I was watching a lot of Star Wars back then, and I was into that, so I liked her new TV series, so I did that one. That's another collab, Then I did the Batman family. This is Batgirl. I like the way I did her. This was actually all done with paint, watercolor paints. Watercolor paints. That's what that was. Um, this was a challenge I did with another friend, Mario, who lives in Canada. We did a Street Fighter drawing, and we chose different fighters, and I did. That was a prompt for that month. That's another Sub Zero. It's another Sub Zero, and then I did this one. I want some of this I was happy about, some of it I wasn't happy about. Another Street Fighter, I did that one. This was part of that collab. Uh, this was the Superman that I drew for um, this collab. That's my Superman right there. Then other guys drew other. I worked on Flash too a little bit, but I took it and made it a single picture like that. Superman, the Man of Steel. This was a Flash. I didn't like the way my color of his. It's supposed to be yellow. It turned out green, and I was really happy about this one. This was another painting I did. Really happy about that. This was a digital coloring that I did of Wonder Woman. Love that one. And this is the Trinity that you're about to see. Wonder Woman. Then I took Batman and drew him and put him on the backboard, backstage. I thought I had a Superman in here, but I don't. It's Vega. I got another Superman somewhere. I don't know where he went to. But yeah, these are just sketch cards. And I actually have this in the 11 by 14 bigger print. I got that in the bigger print as well. So let's continue with um, another Thundercat drawing. So this is going to be Panthro. Yeah, we about to do Panthro. This is going to be Panthro. Okay. So let me get the details going on Panthro. I think this is light enough for me to leave like that. I'll go to my number 2 pencil. And I'm going to start with his eyes. I'm going to put a V here. I always put a V in there. Something like that. Okay. Come across and drop it down. And kind of square off my eyes. Then I'll bring the bottom across like that. I really don't know what his eyes look like, to be honest with you. Put some little tension here in his face, something like that. And then for his eyebrows, make him look a little bit upset, pissed off, I should say. Make him angry. I don't even know if he have eyebrows. I guess I should have got some reference. It would have been good to get some reference. So let's do something like that. We'll check another check mark here, and then I don't like that. That's too straight. Too straight. I love this process of when I'm drawing of when I'm at this stage. Okay, so we got his eyebrows in there. Then for his nose, which is here, we're gonna make it kind of huge. I probably need to bring that up, to be honest with you. Probably need to bring that up a bit. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I probably had that down a little bit too far. Bring it outside the line a little bit. His nose is kind of big, so I'm gonna give that illusion here. I may want to cut that too, like right there. Let's bring that down. Yeah. Okay. Now his mouth. I'm gonna use this line a little bit. Put a little curve in there like that. Then come from his nose. This should be part of his face. Um, get that depth of his illusion of his face being sunken in a little bit right here. Okay. The bottom part of his lip. I'm not going to fully draw it in. And then this would be the little muscle around the mouth. Something like that. That may be too big. But when I get to my inking stage, I'll get that kind of cleaned up. All right, so we got a little bit of the face going there. So now let's work on these ears. So this dude is still walking downtown New York, streaming the storm that they have in the upper east of the United States. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm far away from Buffalo, New York. Well, closer to Buffalo than the state of New York. I'm closer to Buffalo. That'll be that part. Then for his ear, which will be right here, I think here we're gonna cut this in half. Cut this in half. like that. And do something like, let me come down to his jaw a little bit. I think I want to come here like that. I want to bring this out a little bit like that. Okay. I think that'll work. Let's do this one the same way. Bring this out a little bit and in, and then down here. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, now his neck is gonna be kind of huge. His neck gonna be kind of huge. Okay, so for the ear, that's probably not gonna be. That's too huge. For his ear, we're gonna start with something like that. A little hook at the bottom. And we're gonna come around like this. Come around like that. Yep. Something like that. And then we're gonna put a swan in here. That's a bird, just flying over the ocean. Bird flying over the ocean. Yeah. Put that bird flying over the ocean over here, but he flying sideways. Something like that. Okay. Then I think the side of his head to be here. Then for the ear, we're gonna bring it up. You got those pointy ears somewhere right here. I think right there would be. I think that's too high. I may have made his ears too big, to be honest with you. Yeah, let's bring that down. So bring that down. Throw me a line across there right quick. And for his ear, we'll bring this in smaller. Do something like that. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, that works. Now, from here, we'll go. Whoop. I went over that line, didn't I? So let's bring it up like that. Yep, something like that. That'll be a nice little ugly ear for Panthro. And for his head, we'll come up here like that. Going to my center line. Just throwing lines, just throwing some lines. And go Panthro. So in my chat box, you can see the link to my coffee page where you can take a look at some of my drawings, things I have for sale there. Okay. So now for his neck, we're gonna bring it down somewhere up in here and show a little bit of the trap. Something like that. think that works. And the same thing here. We'll make this smaller and smaller. And take his neck, bring that in. And then the trap. A little bit of trap there. Okay. So that works. Panthro is coming into view. Panthro is coming into view. So now on that ear, let's work that ear. The side of the face here. Then I don't know why this is the most challenging part for me on these ears sometimes. But I'm not drawing a normal ear. I'm not drawing a normal ear. Trying to make him look vampirish a little bit, I guess. I guess you could say. This guy's still walking the city of New York. He's still walking downtown New York. There go his head. Okay. So with that, let's go look at a little something. Let's see if I can bring something in here. Hold on a second. No, that's not what we want to do. Cancel. Let's see here. There we go. Let's do this. Let's bring you into here. Let me share that screen with you. Let's look up. Let's look up Panthro. Look at that Panthro character. Oh, I see something I need to do with that head there. I see what I need to do with that head there. Let's see here. Look at his nose too. And his eyes are red, and his eyes are different from what I did. Okay. And I'm just going off what I know. That's pretty dang on good. I'm going off what I know. All right. It turned out pretty good. Okay. All right. I'm not too upset. I got close. My eyes are different. His eyebrows need to be thicker. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad. It's closely resemblance of Panthro, but his head is kind of pointy. Let's give him that. His head is kind of pointy up there. So it could have been the shape of my circle. And then his eyes are different. But yeah, the shape of his eyes are different. We can give him little crow's feet. Put something under there like that. So I'm not too upset with this Panthero. I'm not too upset with it. But this is my version of Panthero. This is my version of Panthero. And I could do all kind of stuff to kind of dress it up a little bit. Dress him up a little bit. Okay. And if I was to do any type of shading or anything with this, I would probably box off this half of the paper. And this is just going to be a map of how I'm going to do a drawing. So this is what I would do in my sketchbook. Just map it out. And that was a quick little 30-minute sketch of Panthero. Quick little 30-minute sketch of Panthero. Head sketch. Now, earlier this evening, I did Lionel. I done did him twice. So, earlier this evening, I did Lionel. Cleaned him up and did that one. And now, Panthero. I may have drew him smaller. You see, I drew him bigger. And I made him smaller. So, tomorrow, around 10 a.m., so I did Panthero. Let's check that off. Let's go to 20. Tomorrow we'll do Tatara. Tomorrow we'll do Tatara and Flash. And then Sunday maybe Superman and Batman. Monday, Sinestro and Cyborg. That's what we do for the weekend. We'll go in that kind of order. All in the sketchbook so I can make a 6x9 print like I did with these drawings. And I may paint them and color them next weekend, but for this weekend, we just gonna sketch them. I'm gonna do a pencil. I wish I could find the original of this one. I got it somewhere in my stuff. I can find the original paint picture, but that's just the print I made. All right. Thank you for stopping by. I think I'm done with this for now. Catch me in the morning. I'll come back in the morning and do Tatara and Flash. That'll be the workout for tomorrow. Tatara and the Flash. All right, folks. I'm out. Thank you for viewing. Deuces.